Guys, welcome back to the Peace and Grease podcast, and we love to bring the show to you whenever we possibly can. We are in Independence, Missouri. We're here at Greaserama, and there's awesome people, amazing hot rods everywhere, cicadas in the trees, hot sunshine, hot dogs. Yeah, it's a great time, awesome show, and we're gonna get some interviews and look at some awesome cars and trucks together. It's gonna be a good time.
Are you videotaping me too? Oh God, okay, all right. So I grew up around cars. My parents have old cars. As a little kid, been traveling all over the country going to car shows. So when I first heard about Greaserama and the punk rods, they were down at 31st and Gillum at the El Torreon, and I think I just got a flyer in my car one year or something like that. And so I went to check it out, and I really liked the vibe of the show a whole lot. And so I ended up talking to a couple guys, and I was looking for a car club to get into. I think I was right out of high school or something, so pretty young. Yeah. And so went to the show, got to talking with them. Well, at the time they said they weren't really taking any new members or anything, you know. I was like, yeah, that kind of sucked. But so anyhow, so the next year I went to their show again and got to talking with them, and they said, well, you need to come out and you need to start hanging out at the coffee shop that we go to, and maybe come down to our club shop and kind of get to know everybody and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I got to know Todd Carnahan and Paul Kester, who started the club and the show and all that kind of stuff, and really hit it off really well, and enjoyed everything that they were all about with the custom cars, but kind of do-it-yourself vibe, you know, the whole punk rod thing. That's kind of what our theme is the, you know, a do-it-yourself punk rod thing. And so it took a couple years to actually get into the club, and I volunteered with them and started going to other shows that they were going to, and got into the club, and been in the club since, I think it was 2006 when I officially joined. And so I've been to every Greaserama, and I like to hit other shows that are just like this. So we've gone up to Torque Fest and some other local shows around here that's kind of like this, you know, just to keep it traditional, old style. And the people that get it really get it, but there's a lot of people that don't understand why does Greaserama have all these rules? Why are you looking for this but not this? And so we want to keep it traditional style. We want it to where, you know, you walk around the show and it looks like a show that could have been, you know, back in the 50s or 60s, something like that. Not modern day with big wheels and all the digital dashboard and billet and all that kind of stuff. It's just what we're really into. So one of the biggest things is people are asking, well, why don't you allow muscle cars in here? Well, Todd's vision originally was to have the cutoff year of 64, which everybody kind of thinks 64 is the muscle cars when they started, when you could buy a factory hot rod. But before that, everybody was building their own hot rods. Again, the whole do-it-yourself kind of punk thing, you know? Sure. And so that's the vibe that we've always wanted. So you'll see all kinds of stuff here that's, you know, patinaed, not finished, really nice, super nice stuff, and everything in between, but it's not anything real modern. We don't try to cling on to any modern trends that are going on, anything like that. Try to keep it old school as much as we possibly can. And I feel like everybody comes here and we feel like a big family. Everybody has a good time.
Awesome. We definitely get that vibe as we're walking around here. Like, everybody has been really, really cool that we've talked to. Everybody.
And cruising around today, so many thumbs up and so many people saying they love the show, and it's great. That's what we want, and we want to give back to everybody else who is into the same thing that we are. I know there's a lot of people that are into other type of scenes, and you know that's fine, and we don't trying to cross over and do different type of stuff. We're sticking to one thing, and that's how we want to keep it.
You bet.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
So this year's been great, brand new venue. So let me go back to 2001. We started at El Torreon before I was even in the club, but we were let's see, was probably there till 2004 or 5, I believe, and then moved down to the Boulevard Drive-In, which a lot of people remember those days when we would show old hot rod movies and stuff on the big screen, so that was a lot of fun. Yeah. And then we actually outgrew the drive-in at that time, so we found the Platte County Fairgrounds, moved up there, and we were up there for 12 years. Had a great time up there. They were really good to us and everything. And just decided that, you know, we were talking about the last couple of years, maybe moving to a different place, try to keep it fresh, you know, something a little bit different. Same show, same rules, all that kind of stuff, just a different venue. And so we found this place, and we love it, right next to the river. Yeah. Lots of shade trees here, and I think everybody really enjoyed it here today too. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, we're super happy.
Love that.
I love it.
Yeah, great. Us too. Appreciate you. We'll keep in
See you
touch.
next year.
All right.
That's the kind of response we've been getting from every single person we talk to. Is like, this is
Thanks
great.
again. We'll talk to you soon.
I love the venue.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks.
It's a 1930 Ford Model A 350 with an NV 3500 5-speed 92 Silverado transmission. And get this, it's got an 88 Ford Thunderbird turbo coupe independent rear suspension for the rear end in it.
No kidding.
Yeah, so
wow.
yeah.
Impressive. And was it set up that way when you got the car, or did you build it that way with the manual transmission and independent?
It was
rear?
already had the drivetrain within it.
Got
yes.
it.
And we just kind of put our little bit touches to it.
Yeah.
And kind of added our own little stuff to it. But yeah, it was pretty much set up. The drivetrain, you know, was already in it when we got it. So
Right.
we just kind of made it our own.
Yeah.
Just personal touches to it. And
I love
put my
that.
tattoo shop logo on the side. Painted the tattoo shop sign on the back.
Yeah. A little bit of
So,
advertising. It's a business
right,
card
exactly.
for you.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that.
But,
Tell
yeah.
me about the frame. What's going on there?
So it's a 2x3 box frame on the front with a factory Model A frame in the back.
Okay.
You're welded on. It's been sectioned 7 inches, chopped 11. So it's not real practical to drive. And we always laugh. We say it's very efficient for turning fuel into noise.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough ride, and it hammers around. You know, it's rough and rugged.
Yeah.
So we stuck the primary chain. This is off the Harley Davidson inner primary chain. We welded the chain together, and so we had to put a little bit extra trim on it.
Yeah.
So
Are you a Harley guy?
I am. Yeah. I worked for Harley Davidson for 13 years as a technical trainer for corporate Harley.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a cool
Out of
job.
Milwaukee. Yeah.
And you started a tattoo shop?
Yes.
Then? Okay.
Yeah. I've been tattooing for 22 years. So yeah.
Love that.
Right. Thank you.
Man. All right. So we covered the frame and how it's sectioned and lowered
Right,
and things like
yes,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Keep going with some of the technical parts of the car.
So we also, along with the air ride suspension, I put a Schrader valve in the air system, and I put a valve in so we could see how much pressure we had in the tank and all that good stuff. Because that's what I tell my son: if we blew a fuse in the motor in the air tank or the air motor, then we're not able to air the car up. So we put a Schrader valve in so we could get the car up off the ground just in case there was a mechanical problem. And
That's a great idea.
Yep. And this is actually just a cheap gauge off of Amazon. It had a white face on it with a clear lens. And I took the lens off and kind of scuffed it up and kind of patinaed it and I tinted it just to kind of give the old school look. And
There you go.
something else we did, we put a fire extinguisher in here, and this fire extinguisher was white, brand new when we stuck it in there. When we're like, that's way too bright. We can't do white extinguisher.
Right.
So
It needs to fit in.
I
a
told him
little
we
bit.
patina that a little bit. And I said, we might as well throw a NOS sticker on there just to give it a little pizzazz. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
yep.
I don't know. I like to put a little, like a braided hose off of here kind of going in so it looks like it's somewhat,
Keep them
usable.
guessing.
Right, exactly. Right. So I got the air valves over here on the side.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the air them up and let the air out of the bags over here. That's what those 2 valves are.
Gotcha. Just
I've had a
really
lot of
simple
questions.
plumbing.
Yeah, exactly. I have a lot of guys questions like, "Hey, what's the valves?" And I said, "That's for the air ride." So
Interesting.
the seats are from 1950s kitchen table and chairs. We just took the bases off of them. You know, you've seen the old chairs, the chrome rails, and
Yeah.
So that's what's going on here.
I love that. Simple, and it's literally on the floor.
Exactly. And this is an emergency brake handle out of a 60s Chevy truck.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just been we welded it to the shifter arm there, but
Right on.
it's pretty rude and crude.
Well, hey.
Yeah.
I love the vintage sun tack on
the
it.
old school sun tack, from the 80s.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if I'd have known back in the 80s how popular those things would have been, I'd have bought those up left and right, you know, because they've really taken off and people are collecting them. And, But,
Yep.
Yeah. So
I dig that.
our next project on the car is on this spider web, the top.
Yeah.
This is actually removable. I mean, it's just sitting on there for right now.
Sure.
But we want to hinge it and probably put a skeleton hand over here that's holding it up, you know, kind of propping it up so people can see that it's, you know, it's.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Clever idea.
Little unique piece too we added to it. And it's kind of questionable. I found a motorcycle gas cap online, so
There you go.
we had to stick a kind of a questionable gas cap on there as well.
Sure. Sure.
But yeah.
Yeah. So I know you said the displacement already, but small block Chevy.
350.
350.
Yep.
Okay.
471 blower.
Got it.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. And did you have this engine built for you, or it was in the car?
Already in there,
already ready to go.
But we did clean it up. We did a lot of polishing on the blower, the scoop. I repainted the red Mr. gasket. I painted the valve covers.
Yeah.
Polished the valve covers. I got a buddy in Joplin, Missouri that done the ceramic coating. So
looks great.
Performance Coating Plus, Joplin, Missouri. Give a shout out to him.
Yeah. Right on.
But there's some stuff I want to do. I mean, I want to put a grill on the front, kind of clean this up a little bit.
Okay.
We put the headlights on it. I bought some tint off Amazon, just, you know, tinted the headlights, just kind of get the old look. And
give it that look that you were after. Yeah.
Painted another sign. I had to add the sign. You know, I live on 5th Street in Columbus, Kansas, so we had to put a 5th Street Customs on there somewhere.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Tell me about the steering and the front axle on it.
So it's got Speedway calipers on it.
Yep. Okay.
As far as the axle, I'm not sure if it's a Ford Chevrolet, you know, set up on the suicide front. It was already on there when we got the car.
Yeah.
But we did put the Speedway calipers on there and the brake system.
Tried and true. It works great. It's simple.
Yes.
Yep. No guesswork there.
Right.
And that way you have modern brakes.
Right. Exactly.
Keeping it safe. Yep. That's really smart. Yeah.
But it needs a little bit of fine tuning and just some little detailed, you know, touches put to it to make it a little bit more of our own. But for the most part, it's real efficient at turning fuel into noise. That's what I always say. Yeah, I always tell people that over and over. But
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Does it spend most of its time at the tattoo shop or nearby getting attention for you?
I got the tattoo shop from my house. It's probably like 5 miles. But yeah,
right on.
Gets a lot of attention.
I bet it does. I bet it does.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite part of the car? Something that you love more than anything else on it?
I think I like the big chop. I mean, because this is extreme chop.
So extreme.
I see a lot of chops, but not as much as this one, you know. When we first looked at the car, my son was saying, boy, I don't know. He said, if that thing's ever on its top, you're never getting out. And I said, well, it's not going to be on its top, number one. If it is, we're doing something really wrong, you know. But I think the chop and the weird independent rear suspension, I think that's what's just
really unique,
bizarre about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Plus, you know, when you lower it down, the camber, you know, it changes, and people's like, what kind of rear ends that thing got in it, you know? So that was
one of the things that caught my eye.
That's an attention grabber. Yeah.
So. Yep. When I walked past it, I thought, was it because we're on uneven ground? But then I looked at the other side, and it's like cambered in. I was like,
it's very strange. I know when we looked at the car, I was like, what's going on with that rear end? You know, that was my first question when I went to look at the car in person. It's like, what is the setup in the back? You know, so, but yeah, that is for sure.
I love to see the creativity.
I want to get a bead roller. I want to learn how to bead roll. I want to put a bead roll interior in it. and probably paint some more, maybe on the dash, some pinstriping stuff. You know, myself, I want to do the paint,
Yeah.
some rat pink stuff and some striping, but
Good.
that's kind of down the road on it. So
Yeah. Well, I
I
love
stuck
that you've made it your own already, and it
Right.
just keeps getting that way better and better.
I stuck a rearview mirror on. This is a chrome rearview mirror again off Amazon, just a El Cheapo.
Sure.
Doesn't do any good. I mean, by the time you air up the car, it lifts it up so much.
Sure.
You can't see out the back of it. So I think I'm going to get a camera. I'm going to mount a camera in the back and cut that tint out so I can see behind me with a monitor up here, just not for backup, but just for rear view purposes.
Sure.
You know, so
Sure.
just
Yeah.
some safety.
Make it a little bit
Yeah.
easier to drive when you are
Right.
driving it, huh?
And
Yeah.
the toolbox. So a little story on
Yeah.
the toolbox. So I had auto mechanics in high school back in the mid 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was a manager at Napa there in my local town, Columbus, Kansas.
Okay.
And he bought me this toolbox brand new in 1983. So I've had it ever since. And I dug it off the shelf and I told Ryder, my son, I said, we're going to stick that toolbox in the car. You know, and I just keep hand tools, my registration and insurance and all that. So
Nice.
Yeah.
So that has been your actual toolbox
for 42 years. Yeah. My dad bought it brand new for me. So it's kind of
That's a great
sentimental.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That's why it's got my name painted sloppy. I did that when I was in high school, just a brush, you know, and so.
I love that. I love that.
Thank you. But yeah, it's been a fun toy so far.
I bet.
But yeah.
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 Good for you. And I'm glad you're not finished with it. You're just gonna keep,
Oh yeah, for sure. I just want to keep adding to
keep
it,
adding to it and doing
yeah.
different things with it.
Right. Like
Yes,
I said, I
sir.
want to finish the interior on it and get that completed. I just feel like it's unfinished inside.
Sure.
So
Yep.
yeah, it just needs a little bit more. Yeah, when we first got the car, looked at it, I kind of wanted to get the car that was, you've seen them, it's got the flat black primer. I kind of wanted that look, and I said, we'll Bondo the doors, the bullet holes, and we'll clean it up and smooth it out. We'll primer it. And he said, no, let's leave the bullet holes because you got bullet holes tried to come out.
Yeah, it looks like this is the receiving side
yeah,
over here.
Over here, yeah. So
Man.
Ryder said, no, we're going to leave the bullet holes. We're going to leave it as is. So
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get some that Poppy's patina, and I'm going to go ahead and seal it off and
There you
clear
go.
it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I love that.
thank you.
Yeah.
But
Well
yeah,
done.
it's definitely been fun and a bonding project for him and I. So
Good.
yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Tinted the windows were just clear when we got it, and I thought, man, we just need to make a little difference. So we threw some red, just kind of tie it all together.
It does. It really does.
So-
Yep. Just little flashes
Yeah.
of color here and there. Completely change the look.
Yeah.
Nice job.
So
Well, cool. Is there
Yeah.
anything else that we missed or that you want to cover?
I don't think so. I mean, for the most part, of course, it's got the weird spiderweb gussets, you know, around it, and just little detail stuff that
Yeah.
you got to look real hard to find it
Yeah.
and see it. So just little interesting
It's great.
objects. So yeah.
Well, thanks for showing us around.
you
I really
bet, man.
appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Heck yeah, it's awesome.
There is a story to this car. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with General Motors in October of '54 to celebrate the anniversary. They wound up making an all gold 55. And you can Google this. So I want to say it was for like their 1 millionth car going across the assembly line. They made an all gold 55 Chevy in October of '54. In November of '54, they decided we're gonna make 2 more of these. So we're gonna have 3 all gold. Everything on it was all gold trim.
Oh, wow.
And the rumor has it is that one of those cars, the number 2 or the number 3 car, after it made its round to some different dealerships to show off, a guy in North Carolina wound up with it. And he had it in his collection. And he wound up having a fire in one of his outbuildings where he stored some cars, and the car got destroyed. So fast forward years later, in the late 90s, he wound up with this car that he was going to clone and make another all gold 55 Chevy.
Okay.
He didn't quite get there. He passed away in 2002. So some local guys in North Carolina wound up buying this car and all the different parts he had, and they just kind of threw it together and made a street freak gasser out of it.
I see. Okay.
And the car had a 409 4-speed in it. It did race down in the southeast circuit of the United States, and somebody down in Tennessee just had to have it, so they wound up buying it from the guy in North Carolina. And somewhere along the line, the 409 and the 4-speed got taken out of it, and it got a small block put in it.
Okay. All right.
So, which was totally fine by me, but
Yeah.
you know how sometimes these cars do. So North Carolina to Tennessee, and then Tennessee to Indiana.
Okay.
And this guy in Indiana had a few Tri-5s, and he's a 56 fan. And so he actually sold the car to a guy named Tony Alford that has Alford Rods and Customs in Muncie, Indiana. Great guy.
Yeah.
And I actually had a 64 Cadillac, all bagged and everything. And I knew that was a car I wasn't going to hold on to. And so I put a post on the old social media, and a few months went by, and Tony reached out to me and says, Rob, I got something you might like.
Huh.
And he was actually coming to Kansas City to look at another Cadillac.
Okay.
And so he brought 2 trucks and 2 trailers from Muncie, Indiana, and brought this right to my front door. And we just swapped titles. I gave him a little bit of cash for his troubles because he came all the way down here and the other deal didn't work out. And then I started doing my touches to it, you know?
Cool.
So what I was going for was something that looked like it ran the streets in the late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
did a few things on the interior.
Okay.
Did a little bit on the exterior. The top used to have a lace paint job and it was flaking real bad, so that's just 60s General Motors gold color. You know, of course the Kragers, you know, that just screams old school hot rod.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. Yep.
But
was the lettering on the car when you got it?
he went to the duck run, and there was no lettering on it when me and him was doing the deal over the phone. And then a friend of his was like, man, I'm not getting a whole lot of business this weekend. Let's put some stuff on the car. So he actually did have a friend of his do the Fool's Gold on there.
And that's a perfect name for it too.
Yeah.
After the history that you went through
Yeah.
of the car, you know, that's the perfect name.
And I don't know if you guys seen the headliner, but the other thing was when the first guy built the car, the headliner in there, it lights up and it says Gold Digger. It's got a skull and crossbones. So when people come up and then they look, they're like, whoa, what is going on? You know, and at nighttime it glows pretty good.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I love that. Man.
yeah.
Powertrain wise, is that all the same way when you got the car, or have you changed
Yeah,
anything?
I had to change a few things to it. I put a quick fuel carburetor on it, a different ignition system, and the motor though, it's just a little 350, bored out 30, it's a little 355. I did put this winter, a good friend of mine, Pat Thompson, he helped me go through the whole drivetrain, and we did put a full replacement Mosier rear end in it with 373 gears and a 700 R4 transmission.
Perfect.
So it's a great car to cruise to shows like this.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Because you don't plan to actually compete with it
no,
in the mode
no,
that it's
we
in
get
right
out on the street and run them a little bit, and,
Yeah.
and it runs good on the street. But as far as being a track car, it would need a few other things if it's going to even try to get out there with some of those guys.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. For sure. But it definitely has the look.
Yeah.
I love that. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. A lot of people like it, you know, and
Yeah.
because most of the people that come up and talk to us, which is why we do all this, it's not about the trophies and stuff, it's
Yeah.
about the networking and talking to people. And a lot of people come up and they're like, hey, this is something my dad or my uncle had. I remember riding in a car like this. He'd done it up similar. You know, or my grandparents had a Buick, like the wife's car over there, you know. And so, I mean, when I got into this about 30 years ago, I was like, look, I know how to do a handful of things.
True.
I know a little about a lot, is what I tell people. And what one of my good friends told me, James Stymack, which passed away years ago, he told me, he says, Rob, if you're going to get into this, you need to know how to do it all yourself or surround yourself with good people that can help you. And that's what I've done for almost 30 years. Got a good group of friends here around the Kansas City area, and we all kind of lean on each other for questions and different stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's fantastic.
heck yeah, man.
Yeah, that's what the car community is all about there, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and just going to some of these different events and stuff like that, just about every time we go, like I've probably been going to this event for 20 years in the various locations it's been held, and we meet new people every year. And there's a good chance that come next year, some of those people I meet at this one, they'll be with us, you know. A lot of people had other family things going on this weekend and stuff, and they're not going to be here until later on this afternoon, but you know, usually we might have 10 or 15 with us, you know, and we all hang out and we all go out to eat and stuff like that and just talk about the cars and stuff and just have a good time, man.
Yeah.
You know, I always used to say, well, it's cheap entertainment, but as you guys know, there's nothing about this shit that's cheap, you know. I mean, sometimes they will kick you when you're down, you know,
Right.
and
Yeah.
but that's why you got the good network of people, man, to help you get back up. So
Well said.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you have a favorite part of the car? Something that you just love more than anything else on it?
you know what I usually say about a lot of these cars is when you get behind the wheel and you actually drive them and looking out over the hood of all these different models of cars. But I would have to say, for me, just being behind that gold sparkle steering wheel and looking at that red sparkle dash and then seeing that gold out there in front of me, it makes you grin from ear to ear, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of fun.
Love that. And I'm glad you're out driving it and enjoying it. It's it's not a museum piece. It's tucked away where nobody's enjoying it.
I don't even own a trailer, so if something happens, I have to borrow one, you know? So, yeah, just about everybody that knows my wife and I, you know, they know that, well, Rob and Kat drive their stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And
Cool.
but that's why I have those good friends like that, because you never know when you might have to borrow something, you know? So,
Well said. I love it.
Great car, fun car, and Greaserama, these people work their butt off to do this every year, and so we really appreciate them having this event for us, because it really is something a lot of people, especially in the Kansas City area, look forward to. But I've already seen out in the parking lot tags from Nebraska and Iowa, Arkansas, and Oklahoma, so.
We're a couple of Minnesota boys. We drove through the night to get down here last night.
Well, awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hit you with the Go Chief stuff. We'll, you know, go Royals. We'll keep it at car stuff. Yeah.
Right on.
Well, heck yeah, man.
No, I love that. Did we forget anything about the car or the story or anything?
Man, not really.
No,
I
you hit it all?
think I kind of gave you the short version of it, you know, and
Cool.
and again, you know, these stories that you hear, who knows how true some of them are, and sometimes they get bent a little bit, but I did a little bit of my own research, you know, and I'm like, you know, at least it's a cool story. I don't know how much is fact or, you know, made up, but still it's just kind of neat.
So it makes
you know?
it a legend, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of neat that somebody would do something like that, but
Yeah.
I highly recommend anybody out there, if they're a Tri-5 fan, to Google the All Gold 55 and just read through that history, because I didn't even know it at the time. And it's really neat what General Motors did back then. And I just can't believe they produced that many cars, you know? So, and here we are in 2025, you know, and we still get to go out and look at these nice, cool, you know, hot rods that everybody has. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, heck yeah, man.
Well, very cool. Thank you for sharing it with us, man.
Oh, not a
Appreciate
problem,
it.
man. Thank you
Rob,
guys for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Where can people find you on social media or anything like that?
Man, on Instagram, I got a little handle. It's Unlucky Speed Shop Rob.
Okay.
And then just Rob Morrow on Facebook. But yeah, man, again, shout out to some of my friends, Chad, Greg, Pat, Harley, anybody I'm forgetting, the Stymack family. I mean, they're all the ones that kind of help me keep this going, you know. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Yep.
62 Galaxy 500. Picked it up down in South Missouri about 5, almost 6 years ago. We decided to do a roadkill style road trip. It was fresh out of a barn. Had 30-year-old bias ply tires and everything on it, and we decided to take off and drive it back, about a 4-hour drive.
Wow.
It made it to about 5 miles from my house where the generator crapped out because we later found out that someone had crossed the positive and negative cables on it.
Oh.
So I ended up rewiring the whole car, doing new electrical, alternator conversion, new separate fuse block assembly for the air ride, which my buddies helped me build. We gutted everything off the suspension in the back, did a 4-link full air ride on that. Mine was the guinea pig, then we went back and did it to my father-in-law's 63.
Oh, okay.
So we duplicated everything we did on the suspension with that, but I've been running mine on air for about 4 years now. Usually take it on about 1,000, 2,000 mile road trip every year. So
wow.
It's been rocking for several years.
Good for
Having
you,
fun
man.
with it, doing a little bit of work, but I got other projects that kind of backburnered her for a little bit, but I got it back on the road just a couple weeks ago.
Nice, man. Very cool. You're not only lucky that you made it 5 miles from home, but that you didn't burn it to the ground, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was funny because we tried to put it on a trailer. My father-in-law ran home and grabbed a car trailer, found out my car was about 2 inches too wide to get on the trailer. So then my buddy happened to be coming along behind us with a truck, and we ran a jumper cable from his to mine to charge the battery up. Just enough I could run home with no lights on in mine and his car and my buddy's truck behind me. So we made it back to the house. So technically I drove it all the way home the
Okay,
first night.
yeah. Hey, that fits roadkill rules, right? Like,
Yeah,
you
exactly,
pulled it out of
man.
a barn. That's awesome, man.
That's how you
Congratulations.
live it.
I love it. That's awesome. So one of the things you told me about right away was the headlights that you did.
Oh yeah, you
I
couldn't
mean,
see
you're like-
anything with this at night,
That's
so we had to
awesome.
do like it's not really HIDs, but just a halogen conversion to it, so you can finally see like a late model car at night.
Nice. And you said you made your air ride system yourself, like it's
Yeah, it's
scratch built, huh?
pretty much a handful of universal parts, and a buddy of ours is a union boiler maker. And so we trusted his welding. If it holds that, it'll hold our suspension. So
Yeah,
we kind of designed it up and built it. It's a triangulated 4-link system.
right on, man. Wow. Have you done anything with engine work, transmission?
A
anything like
little
that?
bit. It was probably about 3 years ago. It was leaking quite a bit on the transmission, and I thought, man, we better fix this. And when I started into working on the transmission, we found out I had a bad head gasket too. So one thing led to another while it was out. We ended up rebuilding the transmission and got into the engine and found out that back in the day, Grandma must have had a sleeper because it was punched 40 over with flat top pistons and Motorcraft Performance cam. They had a bunch of stuff in it. I'm like, man, somebody had a sleeper back in the day, so it should get down pretty good. It's the original 292.
Okay, I was going to ask you what's the displacement? Maybe you said.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
it's a little dirty from sitting, man. I live on a
That's
gravel
all right.
road, but yeah, she's the original 292, and
I dig that.
we went through this, and one night I decided I was going to, I don't know if you ever heard of Reverend Horton Heat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he was playing downtown at Knuckleheads, and I live way out of town. We decided I'm going to drive my Galaxy 500 to go see the guy that plays the song
The
Galaxy
song.
500.
Yeah, dude.
And so I hung out with him, talked to him after the show, and actually got him to come out and sign the air cleaner on my car. So
Oh, for real?
yeah.
Yeah, you got to show this, man.
Uh,
That's the Reverend Horton Heat, RHA.
Yeah, his
right there.
band, the whole band signed it for me, and I took it back, clear coated it and everything. So it's a permanent part of the car now.
Nice, dude.
But that was just one of those fun things. Hung out 2 a.m. after a concert at a bar, man.
Yeah,
But
dude.
that was
That's
the
a great
first song
story.
I played in the car too when I was driving home. Throw
Yeah.
a Bluetooth speaker on the dash.
I love that. That's cool. Did you do the interior work? Did you do anything to
Is
it?
what for what it is.
Yeah,
It's
man.
I've replaced the carpet, done sound deadener in it. The seats just got cheap covers for now, but I'm getting ready to do the headliner and door panels after I finish the weather stripping.
Right on.
She leaks a little too much water to do nice interior right now, so
I got a truck just like that. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
can't go
Yep.
through the automatic car wash with this one.
Right? Yep, for real. I see your switches there, so you can control every
Yep.
airbag independent.
Each corner, old school manual switches on it. I got one that likes to leak every now and then, but it doesn't leak down, it goes up.
Oh.
So you walk
okay.
away and the left corner raises up like a dog peeing on something, so got to make sure she's well behaved.
What do you have for air tanks and compressor and everything?
It's two, I think they're Viair or Vixen compressors. I don't remember, but she's just
Oh yeah, okay.
aluminum tank, couple of pumps there, secondary battery system
Yeah.
on it.
Keeping it simple, stays functional that way.
Yeah.
Plenty of space to work with, right? I mean,
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
have to worry about that.
We always do a lot of camping road trips, so it's always hauling tents and everything else. I mean,
Nice.
funny story, the trunks on these are so big that one time my friend Dean in the 63 Impala comes by my house and he's like, hey, I just got back from hunting. And I was like, what do you mean hunting? You're in your Impala. He had two deer that he had got in the trunk of that car.
So that's scientific proof that that trunk will hold two
deer,
full-grown
full-size deer, yeah.
Okay, whitetail. Yeah. I love it. Did you add the pipes?
Yeah,
in the back? That's
yep.
cool look.
So we want to do kind of the bellflower style from the California thing. We didn't see it a whole lot back a few years ago around here, and wanted to throw a little extra style down. And now seeing it coming around more and more, I'm glad we did, because it's just something different.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Was it always a four-door sedan that you had your like plans with? Like, did you know that this is the car that you wanted to?
Honestly, I was looking for a family hot rod. I've got a couple other cars. I've got a Chevelle, got an old Celica, and a 4Runner. Like I like old Toyotas, old cars. Period. Anything style wise. But I was looking for a family cruiser, and usually my family's here with me, but they're out of town on a camping trip this weekend. So she went with kiddo went with his grandma and everybody. So.
Right on.
One of those things, but yeah, I just wanted a family hot rod, something we could go cruising, make an ultimate road trip car.
Yeah, I dig that. Other than the headliner and doing some interior work, do you have any other plans with the car in the future?
It's gonna get a full fresh repaint, body work. I'd say 90% rust free. There's a little bit of surface bubbling through where, small places, but she's a survivor.
That's cool.
So eventually it's going to go back about the same color and just redo that, but finish up the interior and add air conditioning maybe. So
Nice.
I bought a fuel injection system for it about 3 years ago, and I told myself, well, when that carburetor craps out, I'll put it on there. And friend of his that rebuilds Holley carburetors, vintage ones specifically, is the one that put this on my car and set it up. I haven't had to touch it in 3 years, and I'm like, well, fuel injection system's still sitting on the shelf, man,
Yeah,
one of these days.
it's doing great then, huh? Man, even with the ethanol and stuff that we have to burn in our modern gasoline, it's just handling it fine.
I used to have a 63 Bel Air, and I swear that killed the carburetor on that. It had a double pumper Holley on it that leaked like no other.
Yeah. I dig that. Do you know any of the backstory of the car, like what state it was originally purchased in or anything like that?
Actually, I do have a little bit of story from it. In the glove box, it came from, I think, San Bernardino area, because there was a receipt from an Earl Scheib paint job in like 1984. So they resprayed it this color back in the 80s.
Wow.
And for a whopping $211.
Man.
I was like, man, that would have been freaking awesome to get a car
Yeah.
painted for that back in the day. But
No
yeah,
kidding.
it came from that area. There was like a bank receipt, some other stuff. And then the dude that I got it from in South Missouri was helping with estate cleanup, I guess, and it was in a barn there. He towed it out, got it to his house, cleaned the carburetor up, got it running, and then put it up for sale, and that was when I found it.
Man.
I fell in love with it, just the orange and it was something I don't see every day, and just the Galaxy is a little different than everybody's got the old Chevys. Nothing against them, I love them myself, but just wanted something a little different style, man. And
yeah, yep. Absolutely. I agree. I love the two-tone paint job and the fact that it's got a little bit of the white in the trim and just things like that that make it stand out.
They've got so much characteristics and differences. We were talking about it earlier between the two.
Yeah.
This is a 62 and my father-in-law is 63. I like mine's got simple, clean lines on the dash, but then you jump to 63, it's got the aerospace design cluster and all the controls are different and it's really impressive how much difference there is. Like I love them both, but just the characteristics and differences to the rocket taillights between them, and
it's only 1 year different from one to the other.
yeah, just 1 year difference how much they changed.
Yeah.
And now they'll run the same thing for 3-4 years. And
Oh yeah.
or like I said, I'm a 4Runner fan. My wife's got a 5th gen 4Runner, and they didn't change that from 2010 to 2024. They kept the same body style for 15 years.
Right.
almost.
Right.
Funny thing about it, when my kid was real little, he was used to rolling around with me in this one, and I think he was maybe 5 or 6 at the time. My father-in-law got this one. We went down to Jeff City to get it and drove it back, and he walks up to me, and we're parked like this in the driveway, and my son, innocent and cool as he is, he walks up and he grabs this and he goes, "Daddy, why's Grandpa's car got no balls?" And I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, as innocent as it is, I looked at him and I said, "Damon, your car ain't got no balls. Lucas said so."
Now you can let your dad hear that all the time. Right? Yeah. Love it.
We've got nothing but stories and memories with the old cars, man.
Yeah. Very cool. Do you have a favorite part of this car? Like, is there something that you love more than anything else on it?
I don't know, just the front end, the styling of it, the way they were cool with the characteristics and the Art Deco designs and differences in the trim and chrome on these to the newer cars.
Yeah.
I can appreciate all of them, but these just had so much more soul to them.
Yeah. Perfect. Is there anything that we forgot or that we missed?
Oh, dude. No, anything you want to know.
Perfect. Well, you did a great job, Eric. Thanks for your time, man. Thanks for showing us around. Yeah.
I'm sure you guys like my car so much.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
A friend of mine that I follow, his name's Ken Coates. He goes by Whalen Wire on YouTube. And I followed him for years. And in one of his videos, he said, I'm going to have to get rid of a couple of these rigs. He's got several of them. And he says, I'm going to sell this truck. I'm going to sell Jimmy Hoffa. And that's what he calls this truck, Jimmy Hoffa. And so I sent him an email and I said, hey, can we talk about Jimmy Hoffa? And he says, we sure can. Okay, so I make a deal, I buy the truck, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to go out to Washington and load it up and bring it home. Well, I ended up having it transported, got it back home, done some work to it, and when Good Guys came around in that following July, I called Ken up on the phone. I said, hey, well, you want to fly out here? And why don't you drive old Jimmy Hoffa to Good Guys in Des Moines? And so he did. He flew out, and last year he drove this truck up to Des Moines, up to Good Guys. And we've been friends ever since. Since I bought this from him, we've been friends. I've been out to his place a few times, and he comes out here, and we just have a good old time. But we're both kind of into these engines, in which this one is the 305 V6.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
And it was in a series that they called Super V's. I've got almost every variation of these. I've got a 637 V8 that's in a 1969 fire truck. In which you can see it on my channel also. And then I've also got a 702 V12, which was basically two of these kind of put together. They were kind of casted together.
Sure.
Now in 1963, there was a recall on these, and originally this truck had it. Waylon actually took the valve covers that were on this and put it on his V12, but they were plaid. And they were
I've heard of this. The plaid valve cover.
the plaid valve covers.
Yeah, okay.
See my shirt? See how it
is
says
cool.
Jimmy Hoffa on the back of it? That's what we
Yeah.
call this old truck.
Okay.
When Ken and I get together, and even Copper, we all have these shirts, and we all get together and put these on. But this is called Scottish tartan.
Yeah.
And they coated these valve covers with this Scottish tartan. And it was really only done in '63, and it was kind of a recall. And that Scottish tartan, it was kind of a thick, almost plastic coating. There was, they said there could have been a bigger cam in them, a different carburetor, valve adjustments, but a lot of the complaint was ticky lifters in these, in which they do. So those valve covers with that coating on it, it kind of quieted them down.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clever. It's not only marketing, it's
Right.
useful too. Okay.
And from what I understand, the story is going down the line, some salespeople seen some engineers working on these engines, and they took some adhesive shelf paper and they just kind of put some spots on the engine, and it was this Scottish tartan design. And the sales guys said, "Hey, we're going to use that." And what it was efficient as a Scot. So that was their advertisement for these. They would be efficient as a Scot, because when these engines originally came out, they were not efficient. They ate gas, in which this one doesn't do too bad. But yeah, that's the whole story on the Scottish tartan.
Wow. I
Yeah.
love that. That's really
Yeah.
neat.
But yeah, Jimmy Hoff is, he's just an old beater, and he's basically what he would have been like back in 1963. But when my friend Ken was wanting to sell this, I was like, I need that. And he was glad that I got it, because he found out that I was into these engines and into this generation of truck anyway.
Sure.
So yeah, we love it. We take it all over. We go to Good Guys with it, and wherever I can drive it, about 65 miles an hour is it. Okay. It used to be about 55. I changed and put a different rear end in it, and now I can get down the road pretty decent. But before, it was 55 was it, because it had 488 gears in it before.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was going to be one of my questions. Have you changed anything on the truck?
Since I've had it, we can look inside.
Yeah.
I've changed the rear end in it. The rear end's out of a 70s pickup. Inside here, I did kind of a down and dirty
You brought some of the
interior.
Scottish tartan inside.
Yeah, see the Scottish tartan on the panels inside, and in the center of that seat cover. Yeah, and see the visors. Yeah, and then I put modern gauges in it, because the gauges that were in it were basically none. It basically had a speedometer and an oil gauge. So I've got aftermarket gauges in it, so I know exactly what's going on with it. It's got the same 4-speed in it that's always been in it. When I got it, it had blue shag carpet in it that was filthy. And it had a big pillow that was kind of fluffy. And I always said that it had the carpet and the couch cushions out of Grandma's house.
Oh, man.
So it had a big hole in the seat right here with a cushion on it that came from Grandma's house. So that's probably one of the first things I did, was I did some work here in the interior. Sure. I changed the rear end. I did the gauges. Other than that, that's about it. I really haven't done much. I'm planning on this fall and winter. I've got another front clip on it, or at home for it. I'm going to take it off and probably put it on, and then repaint the cab black like it is, and then repaint this bed blue like it is. I want to leave it basically the same, but just kind of freshen it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has it always had the utility box on it?
As long as I've known the truck.
Okay.
My friend Ken had the truck for about 15 years, and this is basically the way it was. He didn't really hardly do anything to it. Sure. And that's one reason why he was kind of wanting to get rid of it, because he's got several like me. I mean, I got too many projects, but
Sure.
who doesn't?
Sure. Exactly. I can relate.
Who doesn't?
I get it.
Who
So
doesn't?
being from Washington State, it looks like it was really solid.
And that was the thing. And he told me, I don't know if you guys want to come over here and look,
Yeah.
but it's got a little bit of rust here in the floor. And he said, well, I didn't want to do anything with it because the rust was so bad. And this is what he's talking about. Look right here.
Yeah, that's
I said,
nothing
man,
where we come
I
from.
said, where we come from, that's nothing.
Like the Camaro that I bought from up there has a rust spot the size of a walnut, and he's like, man,
And
that's
he
too
thought that was
rusty.
too much.
Yeah, a little bitty spot like that, and he threw a fit about it.
We
He's like,
flew out to Washington, last March?
yeah.
And purposely to buy a couple of rigs and drive home.
Okay.
And we did. I bought a 86 one-ton dually that was basically rust-free. And he bought a Camaro that had a little spot in the floor, probably about like yay big. And Ken says, well, look at that rust, that's terrible. I said, man, where we come from, that ain't nothing.
Yeah, that's like a 30-minute fix right there.
That ain't nothing.
Wow,
That ain't nothing.
that's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I did. These are 70s style wagon wheels. If you go to my channel, you might see that's kind of my thing. The other truck that we've got that called James, and actually he has now, has the same wagon wheel on it. These are what I used to run when I was a kid, so
Yeah.
that's what I run now. I did put these wheels on it with these newer GMC wheel covers on it.
Sure.
Brake job, I think we did a brake job on it. That's how the rear end came in this thing. I went to do a brake job on it, and the drum on that side came apart in 3 pieces. And the drums, to buy them new for that rear end that was in it, was like $400 a piece. Well, I had this rear end out there in my boneyard, and I'm like, well, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna put this rear end under it, which I wanted to anyway.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That gave you the gear ratio you needed. You got drums.
Gave
that
me
way,
the
you
right
got-
gear, exactly.
Yeah.
Gave me the right
Yep.
gear ratio, and I got better brakes, and
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Do you have a favorite part of the truck?
Favorite part of this truck?
Yes. Yeah.
Probably the engine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
probably the engine.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
probably the engine and just the backstory of it. And I love the fact that I got it from Ken. I mean, he's now a really good friend of mine. I mean, I'm thinking even about going back out in a couple of months and going to another deal with him out there. So yeah, we've become really good friends, and we've become really good friends because of YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It brings some really neat people together and creates
You
new
bet.
friendships. And,
You bet. Yeah, and it's amazing how, I mean, Ken lives in Washington State, and I live in northern Missouri, and it's just amazing how we become such good buddies. You know.
Love that.
Yeah.
And that's actually how we met.
That's right.
You and us. You were walking past our booth here at the show. We're like, hey, I recognize these guys. And so we struck up a conversation. And
That's right.
So tell us real quick, since if you might be watching this on our channel, tell us where people can find your channel and on social media.
Okay, I am at Bale & Wires Old Iron on YouTube and also Instagram. Right now, that's all I do. I don't do Facebook or anything yet. I do old stuff. I do some old tractor stuff because I am a country boy. I do live in the country, but mostly old trucks. I've got, like I said, the 69 fire truck. I've got a 46 rat rod I'm building. James is his 68 C10, and then we've got a GMC 68, has the V6 in it. I got a 67 that's totally blown apart that I'm painting. Am I missing anything?
There's an 85 Camaro that I've got.
Oh, 85 Camaro he's got. And then
gonna be the winter project.
then the 86 square body dually. I got a 41 and I'm wanting to build into a kind of a roadster. But man, I'm always,
Yeah.
I got-
like
I
you
got-
got plenty of things
I
going on.
got plenty of stuff to do. And not only that, I live in an area, I live out in the country, and I've got lots of neighbors and buddies that have lots of old stuff too. They're
Yeah.
always bringing me stuff and saying, hey, let's do something with this and that or such another. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, it's we have a really good time.
Love that.
Yeah. Yeah, if you do, look me up and like and subscribe and check it out. We do lots of fun stuff.
Do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we forgot talking about your project?
This one,
Did we hit it all?
I think so. I think we probably hit it all. Well, you know what? I got to tell you one thing.
Yeah.
When I go to these shows, see this old Vice back here?
Yeah, I love that.
somebody always comes over here and looks at it and turns it a little bit, kind of plays with it and turns this a little bit. I don't care where I go. Everybody does that. They look at this.
Wants to play with the vise.
Everybody wants to play with the vise. So, and I was going to take it off, and I'm like, I'm going to leave it for now because you know what? Everybody wants to, and I think some of it is they look at this piece of junk and they say, well, I wonder if this works.
Go ahead and pinch your finger in it if you want to.
Right, yeah.
Not responsible.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's probably about the only thing I've forgotten is this old vise on it. When I first got the truck, I thought, I'm going to take that off. But when
I like it.
Yeah, when I paint it this fall, I've got a GMC tailgate I'm going to put on the back here, and this actually had a crane at one time.
Sure.
But yeah. And for where, like you said, where we come from, if you found something like this, it would be falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be falling apart.
Yeah.
So I was really glad to have it.
Yeah, it's aged really well, and
Yeah.
it's definitely got stories to tell.
Oh yeah, you can tell it.
You can tell.
You can tell it. You can tell it's been around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Tony, thank you for your time.
Oh, you bet, man. Thank
Yeah,
you much.
You bet.
Yeah, thank you.